Hello boys and girls and welcome to lesson 3. I've just realised that my PowerPoint says lesson 2, but this is the third lesson in our series of Mission Impossible lessons. Today we are learning to create a character description, so this lesson is a follow-on from the lesson that we did yesterday. The success criteria for today is slightly different because we want to look at character descriptions in a little bit more depth. So today, to be successful, we have to be able to include a range of adjectives, include at least one simile, and use alliteration in our writing. As you know, yesterday we created a character description for Polly Powers, and in this we included information on her personality, appearance, and family. We're doing exactly the same today, but we want to make sure that we have a range of adjectives, at least one simile, and also possibly one piece of alliteration in there as well. We're going to have a look at what those things are in a little bit more depth now. Firstly, what is an adjective? We use adjectives all the time within our writing in the class. But just to recap, an adjective is a word that describes a noun, and we know that a noun is the name of a place or thing. So for example, if I said it was a terrible book, the noun would be book, but my adjective is terrible because I'm describing it. So adjectives can come before or after a noun. If you look at the picture on the right, that will help you in today's writing task because I've given you a range of adjectives. So looking at the adjectives in the image, you can use them. For example, you might say the grumpy man, or the energetic monkey, or the brave girl. So use those in your writing today to help make your writing even better. Within the Word document in Teams, there'll also be a link to a little video so you can learn a little bit more about adjectives in case you aren't sure. Now we're going to look at similes. So what is a simile? A simile compares two things using the words like or as. So if you look at the picture at the right hand side here, you can see that the pie is as sweet as pie. You're describing something as sweet as pie, sorry. Or you might say if you're describing something that had lots of colours in it, you may say it's colourful like crayons. Other examples that are on the screen at the moment are the snake moved like a ripple in the pond, it was as slippery as an eel, and Jess is as graceful as a gazelle. Now looking at that last one, that's comparing someone to be like an animal. So Jess is as graceful as a gazelle, and that's something that you might want to do in your writing today when you're describing your characters in your character description. Again, in the Word document in Teams, there'll also be a link to a BBC bite-sized video to tell you a little bit more about similes, just in case you're still not sure. The last thing we're going to look at today is alliteration. What is alliteration? Well, this is when words start with the same sound. So you might find that every word begins with the same letter. So for example, in the picture on the right, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Now you might have thinking about the story we're learning, Mission Impossible. Actually, Pete Powers and Polly Powers are both examples of alliteration. So today, when we're describing something, if you look for the example on the left, Sammy the slippery snake came sliding, you can see that all the words start with the letter S. You can use that in your character description today. Again, there'll be a link to a BBC bite-sized video on alliteration within the Word document in Teams. So if you're not too sure, go and have another little watch of that video. Now on to today's task. So your task for today is to write a character description for one of the following characters. And you can see there's Pete Powers, Dodgy Roger, or Raucous Reggie. You'll find the worksheet within Teams. So remember, to be successful, we want to include a range of adjectives, at least one simile, and also alliteration. You only have to choose one character today. So for example, if you chose Pete Powers, you might use alliteration for him and see Pete Powers is a perfect person. If you're thinking about Dodgy Roger, you might say that he is a master thief. Or when thinking about Raucous Reggie, you might say that he's as sly as a snake. Good luck with today's task. I look forward to reading your character descriptions. Just don't forget, when you finish your task, make sure you check it against today's success criteria. Good luck. Bye.